Yeah, I know. Kevin informed me that I'm standing between you and the bar. So I promise to be brief. But it would be wrong if I didn't recognize some people. This is a little bit of a repeat because you stole my first 4 paragraphs.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Life is a journey with threads joining together to weave a fabric. God, country, family, company. Kevin introduced Bonnie, the love of my life, my greatest fan, and better than I probably deserve. As he said, in another month we'll celebrate 45 years of marriage. She is truly a saint. Patrick, our son, father of our 2 granddaughters, was born in Aiken, South Carolina. He's the lead facilitator of information and education on the IBM Watson project. Kristen, our daughter, mother of our grandson, was born in Bloomington, Illinois. She's been a math teacher, she's been a head cheerleader coach, and she's now a math tutor helping high school students learn their Pythagorean theorem. Patrick and Kristen grew up understanding that pink was not just a gender color, but the color of the business in Owens Corning. And then when we came to roofing and asphalt in 1980, every road trip, every vacation, most often trips to church, we usually end up following the smell of asphalt to a road to see whose asphalt was in play. Not your normal upbringing. Success is a series of opportunities being defined by someone willing to take a chance on you and someone willing to learn you something. My first life lesson at Owens Corning was to never say never. On graduation from the University of South Carolina, I said I would never work in textiles, nor would I work in a bank. As I interviewed in Aiken, South Carolina, you rationalize it. I said, that's not textile, that's glass fiber. That's fiberglass. With 1 S. And a little gizmo over it. Or so I thought until you walked onto the factory floor and there were twist frames as far as the eye could see. So never say never. Some people who took a chance: Marty Herskovitz, Wes Constable, Bill Charles, Rudy Kaiser. Most of those you probably don't know, but there's some real legends in the production planning business. We then went to Bloomington, where I got to meet Keith Preston. Got to meet the Neelys, I got to meet Joe Biazzo, and I got to meet Max Weber. Number 1 opportunity to go to Toledo, EMM Production Planning. Joe Glass, Dick Grant, Fred Fertil, Ron Clapper, and Eric Gay were kind enough to learn me something. To Atlanta, 1980, with Trumbull Asphalt. South Central Sales and Manufacturing Manager. At that time there were 6 of us covering the country. Joe Sendra, Bob Hiddens, Dick Janicki, John Lee, and Dave Nance. I interviewed with Joe Sendra in Summit. Joe's sitting at his desk, we're having a conversation. Joe gets up, stands up, walks to the credenza behind his desk, stainless steel carafe, pours him a glass of water, turns around and looked at me, says, I don't think you'll make it, but I'm going to help you. And he did. From Atlanta, we went to Chicago, and then the second time to Toledo. Still in play with Rudy Kaiser, John Lee, George Keeneland, and Bert Elliott the first. We then went to Morehead City where he met Ben Harris and Newton Holloway, Bob Gaskell, Billy Parrott, and Carol Mason. And a number 3 trip to Toledo. Bill Carlin, Jerry Gallardo, Tom LaPorchik, and Dave Jones. And then back to North Carolina. But more up to date, and again, when you do one of these, and you start calling names, you know you're going to leave somebody out. But that's only because I know you want to get to the bar. But people, I really want to thank people like Mr. Berg, Mr. Brown, Mr. Cockrell, Mr. Frere, Mr. Garland, Mr. Goldsworthy, Mr. Hess, Mr. Kowaleski, Mr. Lazarus, Mr. Martinez, Mr. Olson, Ms. Pomerleau, Mr. Ryan, Mr. Vale, and many more who went before them. There's a group that I don't think I'd be as good as I am without. People like Ethel Minky, Dolly Dornick, Jeanette Allen, Amy Berlin, LaDonna Dodd, Renee Fisher, Brenda Harrington, and Linda Seigel. The best in the business when it comes to our customers. How many of you watch NCIS on Tuesday night? And I hope some of you do. I'm a big fan of who have done it. And one of my favorites is NCIS. And in that spirit, I want to thank the NCIS of Roofing and Asphalt. What I call the new course industrial specialty team. John Director Vance Amonette, Kevin Gibbs Morgan, Jeff Denozo Thomas, Katie Ziva Kablowski, Jenny Abby Engler, and Chris supporting cast Braun. And most importantly, Miss Marlene Davis. I don't know how we get along without her, and I hope we never have to. John has said that Trumbull is at a crossroads. John Lee once said, Trumbull's tomorrow starts today. What you've seen this week is exciting stuff. I'm not leaving as an ex-employee. I'm leaving as an engaged shareholder. I will be excited to see your growth with a sincere vested interest. I wish for you every day to see the sun come up, help someone, learn something, see the sun go down, move all of the above safely, and be good to yourself. May you have following seas, may you have fair winds as you continue your journey. On behalf of my family, Godspeed and thank you.